Travel has a unique and subtle power. A power to transform the way we think about and perceive the world around us. The transformation isn't instant. But the longer we venture away from home, that transformation becomes clearer and more pronounced. Consider Tom Kuegler.
So Tom is a friend of mine who has been living here in Mexico City for the last 2 or 3 years. I have to double check on that. But he's really integrated himself into society here.
Like many Americans in recent years, Tom has built a life for himself outside of the States. He traveled extensively, and before coming to Mexico, he previously lived in the Philippines for 2 years.
I think when people ask me, what does your brother do? I'm like, the complete opposite of what I do, you know? Like, you have, I think, remained true to who you are your whole life and march to the beat of your own drum, very Aries energy that you are. And it's fire, and I mean, it's amazing. Not many people have the life that you have and have done the things that you've done. I just commend and applaud you for never backing down and doing what you in your mind and heart and soul have wanted to do.
I'm in awe of him. To do what he's done, to come over here and the Philippines and then here and to do that for the most part alone, learn the language alone, just the inner strength that took.
I think it's so cool that he's out here and he's figured his way out. I think it's really cool how he's adapted to wherever he's gone and found a way to really enjoy his life in a really cool way.
The opportunity to root himself abroad isn't something Tom takes lightly, which is why he's made such a deliberate effort to dive into the deep end of Mexican culture.
No estudiamos español en la escuela, estudiamos alemán porque somos de Alemania nuestra familia. Pero si puedo ir al pasado, voy a aprender español.
So yeah, go ahead and explain. These are all like cities from Mexico.
Our landscapes, it's sinking watercolor. Personally, I don't use squares, no rulers, just freehand drawing. So first thing, then the watercolor, and you know, each detail that you can see, each building, for little that it is, you know, exists. You know,
Yeah.
It's fitted when it's supposed to be fitted. You know,
Yeah.
There's anything embedded about it. Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
I like this one too. That's all you got Bellas Artes, all the
You have all the places.
landmarks. They got Xochimilco as well, I think.
Have you always been into art?
No.
Is it just from like coming here that you've gotten more into it and had a greater appreciation for it?
Yeah, I was like, I need to kind of like decorate my house with something, so I might as well come to a local art market. And when I came here, I was like, this is just really cool to see like local people, like they live around here, making art and then selling it here, making a living. I mean, that guy makes a full-time living from it. It's just cool, you know? And you can kind of like, through their art, you can see more about their culture. I really like that part of it too. So yeah, I'm kind of getting into art over the past couple years, I guess, you know? And yeah, this place is really rich with it for sure. So,
cool.
You know.
These intentional acts of cultural immersion have even led him to the greatest gift he's found since moving to Mexico. His wife, Dahlia.
My sweet love, thank you for teaching me that the purest love exists, the most tender, sweetest, and the most wonderful love that I could have imagined. I want you to know that you have opened my world to all possibilities. That is why I want to thank you today. Thank you for encouraging me to dream big and for showing me that I deserve to be loved even at my worst. Remember, my sweet love, I promise to love you for at least 200 years. I can even imagine not loving you. So if there is more to life after that, I promise to love you even more.
Para mí el amor no son grandes gestos y sonetos de Shakespeare o el drama que tal vez puedes ver en las telenovelas mexicanas a veces. Son las cosas pequeñas para mí. Sé que te gustan los besos, ir de la mano y las palabras cariñosas, y yo te los daré. Pero para mí lo importante son las mañanas que pasamos hablando, riendo y debatiendo temas interesantes como política y todo. Prometo que las cosas no siempre serán fáciles, pero también prometo que todos los días me esforzaré por aprender cómo hacer las cosas más fáciles en el futuro. Prometo que algunos días no preguntaremos por qué hicimos esto, pero también que pasaremos semanas, meses y años felices de haberlo hecho. Prometo convertirte en mi prioridad número 1 desde ahora hasta la eternidad, o 200 años, no me importa, para protegerte, apoyarte, servirte y hacer todo lo posible para hacerte reír tanto como pueda. Prometo hacerte mi mundo, lo cual no es difícil porque ya lo eres. Mi corazón es realmente tuyo ahora, no solo porque te lo doy libremente, sino porque no puedo evitar darlo. Te amo demasiado.
I'd say it's a big milestone in your journey that I was not expecting. I know when you visited me to my original place in Virginia 2 years ago, yeah. You were like, how can people get married? You know, some paraphrasing there. And I'm like, holy crap, I was thinking in my mind, like, can this really happen for him? So for me, this is a huge deal for me to witness this for you.
What are 3 words that describe your relationship with Dahlia?
A lot of happiness, a lot of work, and a lot of communication, I would say. Maybe that's really dumb and generic, but I'll explain it because, you know, like dating a Mexican girl, a Latina, is like, I don't know, it's kind of on a whole other level, like with the PDA and the, you know, like, trust me, walk around the park and you'll see tons of PDA everywhere. It's a whole lot more like, it's just a whole different kind of love, you know? But work, because we've actually, like, we've had to kind of really work on some of the things that I've had to try to understand her a lot more. She's had to try to understand me a lot more. The language barrier gets in the way as well. And I've had to learn, like, what's the best way that I can, like, you know, avoid problems and show her I love her, and how we can work on problems instead of just, like, it devolving into a huge fight and then we, you know what I mean? And then it's like a huge blow up. So we've actually gotten a lot better. We've gotten a lot better over the past couple of years. That's why I say work. Like, we've really improved a lot. And then happiness, work, and what was the other one? Communication. Yeah, obviously, like, the language barrier has been so difficult as well.
How has it made it good? Like, how has it maybe made things more interesting or than it would be like someone who speaks your language?
In English?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, okay, here, I'm gonna go through a whole rigmarole here, okay? But, like, the language that you speak determines how you think. Mm-hmm. And it affects how you think. So I've kind of been able to experience, I think, love for the first time again, because it's just so different talking in a different language. You know what I mean? And she's so different from like all the girls that I met in the States. And it's culture and it's language and it's like a whole amalgamation of things. Amalgamation, is that the right word? I think. Yeah, it's a whole like amalgamation of things. So I've been able to, I've been able to kind of experience this again for the first time, which is something that I feel like I haven't really been able to do in a long time, you know? Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí?
You seem to be holding it together, though.
Oh, sure. This is my third one.
Yeah, you're a veteran of this now.
I'm a veteran. Yeah.
Third one, but this is like the most exotic of them all.
It is the most exotic, I have to say.
Yeah.
Michigan, Lynchburg, Virginia, and now Mexico.
It took like 3 or 5 hours to realize what's going on. Yeah, but it got me expressed, and I'm hoping it's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
And how happy are you to be welcoming Tom into your family and actually being able to get to call him tu hermano?
Oh yeah, well, I actually call him like my brother, yeah, but well, it's amazing, you're right.
The choices Tom's made to immerse himself in his adopted home aren't exclusive to him. These choices are available to anyone who has the good fortune to live a location-independent lifestyle.
You know, like traveling in general, like on YouTube and vlogs and stuff, it kind of is like the painted, perfect version of it. I want to get to know the nitty-gritty parts of Mexico. For me, I want to see the reality, the rawness, the problems. I want to see the hidden gems. All of that is really interesting to me. I want to get to know the place for real, not just like, the painted, beautiful version of it, or, the place that all the gringos go or whatever. So, yeah, for me, that's rewarding, and I think like having that, like valuing the rawness and maybe the problems and some of that stuff, the dirtiness, right? I don't know. I want to see that. It means a lot to me. I want to see that.
Now, there's no obligation to culturally immerse yourself in the places you visit. But when you choose to be a little more like my friend Tom, you open the door to a deeper and more meaningful experience. An experience that fosters a profound and mutual understanding between you and the country you're privileged to call home, however long that may be.